Hello and welcome to Climbing Daily Friday Gear Show. And today's show we're doing something completely different. Right, on with the show. Today we are doing an unboxing. We've had 3 awesome, cool new things come through the doors of the EpicTV warehouse, so I'm going to rip them open and show you guys all the features. Never trust me with a knife. So first up is this. Incredibly sexy carbon fiber ice axe. Now this thing only weighs 188 grams and is made almost entirely of type 1 carbon fiber. It's crazy light. Here are some features of it. The adze, which is used for digging away placements or sort of digging out snow belays, is made entirely from titanium, which is super strong and incredibly light. The spike at the bottom is aircraft grade aluminium with a little titanium tip in there, so that's not going to wear away. Whereas the pick itself is made entirely from stainless steel, so that's going to be bomb-proof. So the shaft is not only incredibly lightweight, but the carbon fiber means it's great for retaining heat to your hands, perfect for those freezing cold mornings. Also, the carbon fiber makes it a great sort of insulator against when you swing and the vibrations come through the shaft. But this is not going to be like a super technical axe, but it's perfect for those long, massive days out in the mountains, or would make a really good ski mountaineering or ski touring axe. But honestly, I'd take this up most sort of moderate AD plus ridge climbs. Love it, want it, it's going to sell out quick. Okay, this is the idle done. Right, so next up is the Sportiva Otaki. Now this has been designed to replace the really popular Katana shoe, one of my favourite shoes actually, top 5 I reckon. But a few differences from the original model. It's a lot more downturned and features, well, a lot of Sportiva shoes feature this now, which is P3 technology. This is sort of an exoskeleton that runs inside the shoe and outside through here. You can see P3, P3, P3. What this does is it manages to maintain the downward shape of the shoe for longer. So even if you've been wearing it for hours and hours and hours and months and months and months, it won't suddenly fold back into a flat shape. It's going to keep that downturned profile. The heel is pretty special as well. There's 2 types of rubber in there. There's a harder rubber in the inside to keep the sort of, again, that exoskeleton feel, that rigidity in the heel. And there's a softer rubber on the outside, so when you're pressing down onto little tiny holes, it won't slip off. There's a little bit of rubber here, hope you can see that. Can you guys see that up there? This little rubber here, again, holds it all together and makes it stiff. And what happens is when you're talking, when you're sort of heel hooking sideways on the heel, it won't all go floppy and suddenly fall off. The closure system, 2 Velcro straps, and that kind of pushes your foot forward a little bit so you can put lots of power through the toe box section. Look, this thing's got loads of Sportiva quality and it's just upgrading all the time from their old models. So even if you used to have the Katanas and the Miuras and you love them to pieces, this is an upgrade. Might be worth checking out. Also comes in a women's version. And Sportiva, it's got all the same functions as the men's version, but instead of just creating a sort of lower profile shoe, the material is subtly different. So it's a bit softer and a bit more malleable. So it means if you weigh a bit less or you have a little less power to put down, the material is going to respond better than the tougher men's version. Quite a clever little feature and worth thinking about if you're a girl and you're wanting the Otaki. Okay, so that's Sportiva sorted out. Bin this. Let's put this down on the floor. Next up, I've saved sort of the best until last for me because this is an upgrade of one of my favourite cams. These are the Alien Revolutions. So the old Aliens used to fit into all types of weird and wonderful placements, and I found especially good in the Peak District on those like pin scar placements. So the new ones. They're 20% lighter, but are actually rated to be stronger than the old ones. There's now this extendable double sling on the end. Now what is great about this is if you're on a trad route and you have to sort of extend your rope around an overhang or past a really traversy bit, you don't need to carry extra quick draws to do this. So this saves you weight as well. The head is now narrower, so so it will fit into more places, and this is achieved by using rivets in here. The trigger system has been completely redesigned. It used to be this sort of horrible metal thing. Now it's a very durable plastic with sort of rubber bits on the end, and it's nice and curved so you can sort of close around your fingers. Now we are selling two versions of this. There's the hybrid, which is this one here, and the hybrid has one larger lobe and one smaller lobe. That's so it can fit into those weird flaring cracks. It's the hybrid, and then there's a normal one with the lobes the same size. If I were you, I would buy all of them as soon as possible, but they're especially good for micro protection. That's what I use mine for. Okay, this is my alien story. This is why I love them so much. So my mate had an original red one, and I didn't trust it at all, didn't believe in it, and he was just like, oh, put it on your harness. I went up this route, had only RPs for protection, and then managed to find this weird cam placement for the red alien. Carried on up, took a huge fall onto this cam. So that saved me, and it stopped me falling onto a bunch of RPs, which would have been nasty. So I said this before, but I'm weirdly superstitious about alien cams. I always keep one on my harness, and I think you should get one too. Okay, that's it. 3 cool things done. As usual, guys, I'll be putting all the copy in the links below this episode. So if you want to check them out or buy them, then you know where to go. Okay, so this week's giveaway. Now, last week we had a competition where we got you guys to tell us about your skin farming techniques, which sounds weird even now. Now, I've really enjoyed reading your comments, but we couldn't do that, announce the winner of that competition this week, so we're going to roll that on another week. So make sure you go online and comment below that video for your tips. So this week, what we're doing is we're taking those 3 products that I unboxed, and we're doing a special 10% discount on all 3 of them. So all you have to do is log onto the website when you purchase them and enter the code MATTBOX10. I didn't come up with that one. Enter that and you get 10% discount for only the weekend. So it's going to run from today, which is Friday, I have to check on my calendar, Friday the 24th at about 6 p.m. until Monday the 27th at about midnight. Only 3 days, so make sure you're quick if you fancy some of those things. Cool guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next week.